are the Tech Shamans. We understand cause we are the Tech Shamans. Dude, I got this cool thing to show you. Really, man? Yeah, it's far out and technical and stuff. Awesome. Yeah. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Cool.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It's the Tech Shamans Show with Adam. Let me see. Adam, Anthony, and John. Hope everybody. Did you have a good weekend?
I did.
Did you have a good weekend?
I don't remember.
You don't?
I wasn't there.
You've been drinking, huh?
I was no,
Right,
unfortunately,
partying
no.
with you.
Well, I had a Guinness yesterday afternoon. Does that count?
No.
That was my whole weekend. Was over
Did
Guinness.
you have it hot or did you have it cold?
I had it cold, unfortunately. I know it's supposed to be warm. I like them warm.
So, what did you do?
We worked on stuff. I had a skeleton to rebuild. That was fun. The doctor friend of mine.
Connected to the hip?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, well, it was more like there's a missing patella, little things like that. No, I have a doctor friend who knows that I like to, futz around with stuff, and he's got this incredibly expensive skeleton model that his staff broke.
Uh-oh.
And so he's like, I don't even know. I said, just give it to me. I'll bring it home.
I'll fix it.
And so that was that.
You fixed it.
So I worked on a skeleton, which is appropriate for this time of year, but it had nothing to do with this time of year.
I know.
Where was it stored?
It's in the closet.
Boom, boom, ching. Well.
Thanks. In technical terms is what we call low-hanging fruit. And he just baked it. Yes.
Well, we had this weekend. Well, it wasn't this weekend. Past week, Adobe has come out with. Well, hold on, Adam. What did you do this weekend? Chase kids?
We cleaned up. I had a beer.
See?
I cleaned the pool. I did stuff.
Yeah, it was that kind of like.
It was just.
What happened to my weekend?
What happened to the weekend? It was a
yeah.
weekend.
It was like
I crushed my hand again.
Well, you're not supposed to do that.
I played a little Pokemon Go too.
There you go. Nothing wrong.
Good man.
Nothing wrong with that.
Good man.
I built a.
What'd you do to your hand?
Oh, I was in the trailer.
'Cause that looks really bad, actually.
Yeah, I know. We were in the trailer, and I forgot something that was inside one of the black cases.
Oh, my knees are going weak
Again,
already.
and I'm like, okay, you know what? I'll just grab the batteries out of there and blah blah blah, and I undid it, not thinking it would roll.
Yeah.
Well, it rolled
Yeah.
again for the umpteenth time and I was in a wrong position, and I was in a position where I couldn't hold it. So it slammed into another case. So anyway,
I'm
I'm
not
fine.
supposed to have that happen.
Ow.
Yeah, it probably refractured everything that was already fractured. It was like, yay! But then I smoked it this weekend. I went very non-tech this weekend.
Good man.
Yeah, it was like smoke some meat, have a couple tequilas.
There you have it.
One of those.
We got to find somebody to do a cooking show here because I got a hot spot on my
You know what?
smoker.
That is a great idea.
We should, right?
Yeah.
We
should just have a
one
show.
a month. We should do a cooking show.
We should all bust out a grill. And
I'll bring in the
grilling.
tofu.
Have a beer and just cook stuff.
Yeah,
With
because
some tempeh
I got a hot
bacon.
spot on my grill and I can't figure it out. It's on my smoker side. But anyway, let's get into some technical
Tech.
news. So anyway, the past couple weeks, Adobe has been putting out some really great information, and the first we're going to talk about here is let me get the title of it: the Adobe Content Authenticity Initiative Approach to Authenticity Infrastructure Against Media Manipulation. In other words, this software and what they've done to their softwares
Right.
is going to help you figure out if it's a deep fake, if it's been manipulated. Like a lot of people will say, well, here's a picture, and it's the raw. It's not been manipulated, but Photoshop now has it where you can drop it in there and it analyzes it and says, nope, this is fake. It's been messed with, which is absolutely huge. And I hope to God, I believe they are, but I hope they're doing the exact same thing for video. Now,
No, they're working
Rob
on
and
it.
I are, we've been editing for 20-something years, and I know how to go into, I can take any footage, and I can put it into Premiere, and I can put it into After Effects, and we know how to go and go, no, this is fake.
Yep.
It's not real. And a matter of fact, that's why we started the new show, Parageeks, which is hopefully starting probably first of the year, January. So I think is when we're going to start. We're going to try to pre-film some stuff, but it's hard now that we know how to do this, and people know that we know how to do this.
Yeah.
To find the paranormal people that want to work with us are like,
no, we don't want you declaring our stuff fake.
and it's not that we
the
declare
truth
it
hurts.
fake, but here's the thing. I'll lay a challenge down. I'll lay a challenge.
Yep.
You come in, you bring me your stuff, and show me I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let us look at it.
Don't get me
Let
wrong.
us
I
look
like
at it.
ghosts. I want to believe in all that kind of stuff because we have one here in the studio. We really do have one in the studio. And it's creepy, and
Is he here legally? That's my only question.
he's run off 2 shows because they're sensitive. And I'm like, okay.
Okay, good.
Supposedly. But anyway, so yeah, this content, I mean, this is really cool that this, Adobe's helping to get rid of the false information.
Well, and this particular initiative is interesting because there's a dark side to everything, which is why I'm over here on the dark side of the room, because I'm the guy with the dark soul in the room, apparently. That was the discussion about lighting before the show started. But the fact is, what they're doing with this particular piece is they're creating breadcrumbs. What they want to do is show the provenance of anything that's been created, be it image, audio, video, whatever it is, and they want to be able to show an unbroken chain from where it was created. Now, in their own program, they are very carefully outlining the fact that this could very, very easily be weaponized, very easily and very quickly by any government. So if you are doing any kind of video on the street where you're showing police brutality, or you're showing, Tiananmen Square, or you're doing anything, any video that's put out will automatically carry your signature. No, that's a real problem. Nobody can do a hidden video.
That's good.
With that particular protection. No, that's not good.
No,
okay, because when you have people who are putting their lives at risk to do this stuff, okay, and it's going through the other checks, and it's like, yeah, this is authentic, it hasn't been manipulated, this is the right thing, you're now turning on the ability to go, haha, let's find out who did it. Got him. Okay, nobody will ever do that again. Well, it's going to throw cold water on anybody wanting to expose crime.
But that doesn't mean they're going to get in trouble.
No, they don't have to get in trouble. All you have to do is know that you could be traced, no matter what your video is, and now you're in trouble. It's going to throw cold water on anybody trying to do and
this has been traceable for 10 years.
Well, yes and no.
5 years,
okay?
actually.
I mean, I can shoot video on my phone, pull it out of my phone, go over, put it into another platform, re-edit it, put it into another platform, re-edit it, erase all the back history.
Well,
okay?
Yeah, but you've got to know how to do that.
And now I've got it.
Right.
Okay?
You've got to.
But there are people who need to do that.
Right,
and they will do that. And now, according to this, what's going to happen is their videos are going to get labeled fake because they don't have a provenance. Just because they don't have not because anything in it, and they discuss in the article you pulled up how, we don't want that to happen. We know that that's going to be a consequence of this, and we don't want that to happen. We don't want people labeling stuff fake just because they can't find the provenance on it. Well, then why is the provenance important?
Right.
Okay? If you don't want people labeling it fake, why create a fake label? And we're seeing where lots of real stuff is already being labeled fake on stupid reasons, lacks context. And I'm sorry, but in today's world, when you see that fake label, you're not going to drill down to realize that it was one example they used of something that disproved what they were saying is what was fake, is what was wrong. Okay? And so it's like, but people, it was hard enough to get people to read past the headlines before. But they're now putting these fake labels on all kinds of things.
Right.
And whenever they want to apply, this has no provenance. It's obviously fake. Is something somebody can say if they're in power, and they particularly don't want anybody to believe that video. They'll just keep calling it fake, and then Adobe's giving them another weapon to say why.
Right.
And that's what hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I
it
know.
all makes me
I know.
cringe.
I know. But sometimes, you get all these people out there that are taking these videos
Yep.
that it's something that majorly happens, you may need to have them brought in as a witness.
You
So
can.
now you can find them.
Yeah, you can subpoena a witness. If you can find them that way, that's, I suppose, a.
Well, I mean, for forever we've been able to look at pictures until down to the geospot of where they took the picture at,
Right.
or you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And same thing
Yeah.
with video.
Right.
So
Yeah.
and it
So you
pays-
could validate that video was taken at that time and that place, but not who took it.
Right.
Okay, and that was kind of cool. Now it's who took it, and that's the scary part.
Peter Rabbit.
So
Peter Rabbit took it.
Peter Rabbit. Yeah.
Show
Well, we're going down
show
a
me
rabbit
the
hole.
original. Is this the original or is this the original?
Well, that's just it. See, now you can say this is not the original. So
Right.
without the original, I can't
Authenticate.
authenticate it.
Yep.
Right.
And that's been a lot of things. It's kind of amazing that all these people want to be. Well, that's real video. Well, according to the back end of it, it's not a real video. It's been manipulated, and being manipulated means I can't. It's not authentic. I can't
What part
tell
of
you.
it is real,
Right.
and what part of it is Memorex?
Right.
Right.
Because you can go. I mean, in our world, you can go in there and you can, you split the layers, and then the anomalies will be the ones that are clean and fresh, and you'll see the pixels, and you're like, well, that's not real. That's been added to the video. It's not
Right.
part of because it doesn't saturate like. And there's others with
Right,
that we
right.
tell it. So I kind of don't. And which we actually, if we jump down to. Say, well, no, we'll just keep going because this has something to do with another story we're going to talk about today too.
That's called teasing.
Teasing. Stick around later.
John uses his own eyes to edit videos frame by frame.
Exactly. Not yet. I'm getting there. So we're going to talk. This thing I'm going to talk about is this is what you put this in here. The AMD's
Oh, yes.
5600 chip claims top score in a single thread performance.
Right. So
What the devil does that mean?
that means that instead of having to, certain software that's written is written for single core and multi-core.
Okay.
So different threading.
Yeah,
features
dual core,
of the-
quad core,
of the- of the
Like
CPU.
like Premiere is multi-core.
Right. So it's multi-core. So AMD has really good multi-core now that the Ryzens are out and stuff like that. Back in the day, they didn't have hyper-thread type features that Intel had, and now they do. And the thing is they finally created some chips, including this Ryzen 5, which is only $299 base price,
Wow.
which now outperforms an i9 10 series, 10900K in single thread performance, which is
Right.
crazy.
That is crazy, and the price difference is almost half.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
$299 versus $549. $299 is a
Yep.
single core, and the i9 is not. It's multi-core.
and even against its own chips, it stacks up against the Ryzen 7 series, neck and neck. Even on multi-core performance.
Yep.
It is under its Ryzen 9, but if you're talking about a budget processor without having to go to their APU line, and you want something that's solid and it's a good price point, $299 is really crazy because I just built an Ryzen 5 system, and I believe the processor, the 5th gen that I had purchased at the time, starting price, base price was I think $349. So for $299 on this newer chip, and with this kind of performance, it's great. It's great. So I think it's
So you're not going to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on a computer anymore.
no. You can build a nice higher end custom system for a decent price.
That's good.
So I think that's really
Especially
good.
for the new guys getting into, this has always been the problem that I've heard through the streaming world and the gaming world is the fact that, okay, well I'm building a computer, but I don't have $5,000 to build a machine that's
Right.
just a monster. But you don't want to go and spend, I mean, I know nothing against Best Buy or Walmart or all those kind of guys. You don't want to go in and buy one of those $900 machines on the shelves.
No.
Because they won't last. They may be good out of the gate. Like, oh, this is great, but you give them about a year in, it's going to start degradation.
Yeah.
It's just
Plastic parts.
Well, what happens is when you purchase a computer that is already either pre-built or already made, that you don't buy the components yourself from. I myself, when I build systems, I use retail so I can get the full warranty period. But those manufacturers buy what they call bulk OEM processors and components. Those components only have a 90-day warranty.
What?
So if you buy a brand new gaming rig or a brand new computer from Dell, okay, when they buy for instance, they buy an Intel processor to build their computer, that processor to them only has a 90-day warranty. It's out of the goodness of their heart that they give the end user
the 1 year,
year warranty, manufacturer's warranty.
Right.
But those components are subpar. They're not meant to last this amount of time. The manufacturer is not fronting the cost of covering the warranty. Now, if you went out and bought that same comparable Intel chip from any other retailer.
It's the difference between going to Saks Fifth Avenue and going to TJ Maxx.
Yeah.
Okay, at Saks you're going to get real Saks Fifth Avenue clothing. At TJ Maxx you get their knockoff versions.
Exactly.
And that's basically what you're getting is a knockoff version of their own chip that they make with only a 90-day warranty. Because now, why would they only give it a 90-day warranty if it's the same chip?
It's not technical.
It's not technically the same chip. Exactly.
So you buy a RAM. So you buy that computer, you have a 1 year warranty on the whole computer. But if you bought the components separately and built it yourself, now you're talking about a processor that has a 3 year warranty. You have your RAM usually has a lifetime warranty.
Yep.
Hard drive, if it's a solid state.
Wait, is that your lifetime or the lifetime of the RAM?
The lifetime of the RAM. No. Solid
Oh, it's dead.
That-
No
yeah,
warranty.
Good question.
Yeah, solid state drives usually have an average of a 5 year warranty.
Yep. Yep.
So these are the things that you need to.
Or you can get a 1 year warranty.
Or yeah.
Yeah.
The nice
I don't
thing
know. I'm thinking that 1 year sounds a lot less like lower commitment on my part.
Well, the good thing is like
Good
one
commitment
component
issues.
fails.
No, you have no idea.
Yeah, that component fails. You don't have to send your whole computer back.
Yeah.
Dell or anybody like that.
Yeah.
They're not going to
Yeah.
say, "Oh, send the
Yeah,
computer
I mean,
back."
you can just pop the chip out,
Yeah.
keep using it while it's gone.
Oh, jeez.
That's awesome. Yeah.
that was a
Pop
good
that
one.
out and keep
Just-
going.
Just pop out the hard drive. Keep using the hard drive. Send the
So,
whole
yeah,
computer
the
back.
oil pan changed on
They're
my
not
car,
gonna
so I took
guarantee
that
your
out and
data.
kept driving.
They're not even responsible for your data. You send a
Yeah.
computer back and they hit reset. Oops, my bad. Have a great day. We covered your warranty.
Congratulations, you have a new computer. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's,
So
Well, that all sounds like fun, but I mean, honestly, having chips being that fast and that economic, I mean, that's just the way everything's going.
Yeah.
I mean, remember what this cost in the 1960s? This wasn't even possible in the 1960s. This was $1 billion piece of tech
exactly.
50 years ago.
Oh, and remember too, with everything going on with Intel and AMD,
Yeah.
Intel prices have dropped. I mean,
yeah,
a lot.
yeah. It's kind
So-
of all of a sudden, it's like,
So if you're like John, who has software that requires or really works best with Intel, then definitely start looking into
Upgrading.
time
Yeah.
to build is now.
Yeah.
Between now and probably the first quarter next year.
Yeah.
And
Which is funny because, I mean, 6 months ago we're sitting here going, will we ever be able to get chips again? And now here we are 6 months later, it's like, do you want fish with that?
yep. Do you want fish? Well,
See, fish and chips.
Fish and
Ah,
chips.
geez.
Don't talk about food, huh?
Monday morning.
That sounds kind of
So the next thing we're going to talk about is, and I was trying to bring up something here real quick, is QR codes.
If you wish.
Now look, I've known about QR codes
Yeah.
since 2007.
Yeah. I mean, like you said
2006?
before the show started, I mean, they've been up there since before. I mean, Europe is like heavily embedded in them and has been using them forever. I know in 2012 I did an episode of my old program, Ask Mr. Media, on QR codes. And, honestly, it was like 2 years ago that I noticed that my iPhone, the camera would automatically scan a QR code. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, whoa, I thought these things were dead and going away.
Yeah.
What are you talking about now that Apple's actually including them in the function? Because back in the good old days, we used to have to, old nerds, we used to have to download a special app in order to get the QR code. And now, look at that, Rob's got our QR code up on the screen. But now, I mean, literally, you go out, we've got a site we're going to put up where you can just download your QR code. But the thing is, what are you going to do with that? So what? It's a little box. What does it do? First of all, let's explain what it does. You can put just about anything into it, but the most important thing is you want to put a URL into it. What URL? It doesn't just have to be your website. Remember last week or whatever, we talked about your home page versus your landing page versus a sales page versus a sign-in page. You can do all those things. I'm getting new business cards printed right now. I have an appointment scheduler piece of software I use. Okay, that's in the back end of one of my websites. Whenever anybody wants to make an appointment with me, I just say, go to AnthonySakovich.com and schedule it. Okay, don't sit here, especially when you got multiple people all trying to schedule something. It's a pain in the butt.
Pain in the rear end.
I can go ahead and put a QR code on my card, and that just says, scan here to set an appointment. And then their phone will automatically go straight to that page. They can pick their time and set their appointment. I mean, one thing I wanted to talk about today that really is overarching for everything is keep it simple, stupid, okay? The harder you make it for your customers to do business with you, the less business they're going to do with you. So if you need people to have an appointment and they want to get them and their friends, they want to get everybody together, and then they want to coordinate with you, you've all been through that. It's a royal nightmare. So I use an appointment scheduler, and all they do now is they're going to be able to look at my card, click on the QR, or scan the QR code. Your iPhone comes up, and the other phones now do it, and says, do you want to go to this link? You say yes, boom, you're there. Okay, and so that's a way of getting people to get to the things you want them to see. Another place we're using it right now is a box or a package opening for a client's got a very complicated product that needs instructional videos and all that. Yes, we're putting the paper instructions in there, but the first thing you get is a QR code that says scan me first. And it'll take them straight off to the step-by-step instructions for their product that they're opening. You can do that with just about anything that you want people to do. I mean, think about it. Anything you're selling, anything you're handing over the counter, you can give people a receipt in there or something in there that has a QR code on it for them to go shopping for additional items, for them to go to your online store to buy next time, for them to go get the instructions for it.
Right.
For how to use it. So you're not sitting there having to deal with this stuff all the time. I mean, these are all things you can add in. Anything extra that you want to put on, you can put the QR code in to drive them right to the page that you want them to go to on your website or any other. It doesn't just have to be your domain. You can send them anywhere you want. Okay, you just put in the link, it converts it to the code, and you're done. There are some really cool options you can get now. You can get upgrades where you can put your logo in the middle of the QR code. John was talking about one that sounds really cool. You can actually get images, photographic images that function as a QR code. So that if you hold your camera up to the picture, it'll give you the same function.
It literally starts playing a video. So we were at Harley Davidson a couple years ago.
Yep.
They've been doing it forever. And Harley Davidson bring this new thing about the electric bike.
Yep.
So you took your phone and you put up to the electric bike because it says, put to do, and it turns on, and next thing you know, it starts playing a video. It just plays the video.
Yep. These are
I'm like, so, and this is okay. So I'm gonna tell you.
Go.
QR. So I had a person I was dealing with a few years back, and I was talking about QR codes, and he goes, it's like barcodes. That doesn't work. Blah 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 blah. So I proved him wrong. But there was a study. There was a company out of Brazil. Okay, Brazil.
I've heard of it.
And they had this girl I mean, yes, she was smoking hot, blah blah blah. She had a QR code on her, and it wasn't untastable, but it was a bikini top, right? But it was one of the full ones. She had a QR code that said "Scan me," and she had on her rear end, and it said "Scan me," and they were two different. So they wanted to see what, and she walked around Carnival,
Yeah.
and was scanned over. It had been passed along 6 million times.
Wow. That's a lot of scans.
They were taking pictures and then they were sharing it, and people were taking. And as soon as they shared it, people saw the QR codes. Well, the phones are smart now. They just went, doop,
Yep.
and it hit their website, hit their
Nice.
website, hit their website, hit their website, hit their website. So at WeBeam TV and Tampa Bay Multimedia, when we were downtown Newport Richey, we had parking spots. So I bought signs
Yeah.
with our logo with the QR code in there. So when you put that up there, it took you to WeBeam TV or Tampa Bay Multimedia's website.
Right.
So people automatically knew.
Yep.
We paid 4 people, and they were 2 girls and 2 guys, to walk around Chesco Fiesta.
Yep.
Chesco, yeah, that whole thing down there. And all they did was walk around with cards and brochures, and they got scanned over 78,000 times. Those QR codes got hit.
Yep. So
Because it said, "Scan me," and people were doing it.
right. And that's a marketing tool. But think about all the stuff that you tell people to go to a link for. Okay,
Yeah.
go here to see my restaurant. Go here to see my menu. Go here to, I mean, whatever it is. Go here to get instructions. Go here to, set an appointment. I mean, that's what I'm going to do. There's any number of things you can do. And then, of course, once you get them, you can put them anywhere you want. But I think the idea of using them as tools
Oh, gosh.
to specifically drive people to stuff that you need them to find is going to be, it's going to get people a lot more comfortable with it, okay, over time. But it also allows you to control where they go, what they do, how they get there, because it's no more going through Google to get to your site, okay? They're going straight to your site from that QR code, and boom, it's done. Yeah.
And the page that we showed you literally has the words "Scan me."
Yeah.
Scan me.
Yep.
Scan me.
Yep. You can create your own, artwork from it. It's just, it is what it is, and as long as it's big enough for the phone to scan, and they can get pretty tiny, they can get down to like half an inch.
They can.
It'd still work.
Yep.
Okay. So you can put these things anywhere, as long as the printing is clear. You're golden.
Yep. And so,
Yep.
and as a matter of fact, if Rob will bring that back up, we have a thing called Bonfire. It's where you can go buy swag, right? There's the QR code. You can click on that, and that will literally take you to
Yep.
our page, and you can
Yep.
buy some swag to
Yeah.
support the TV
I mean,
station.
honestly, if you're watching this on your computer screen right now, open up the camera on your phone and scan that.
Yep.
Okay,
does
and watch. Boom, there it goes. And yeah, so this is how this is the way things are going. And the easier you can make it for people to do stuff, the
they
more
will
of your
love you.
stuff they're going to do, and that's what you want. So
Well, there
that's
we go.
it. That's all I got. I'm done.
You done?
Get me out of here. I forgot my coffee or my tea or anything.
I know you don't have nothing. That's
I know. I left the cup on my
I
desk.
have beer back there. You want a beer? Got Crown Royal apple.
Calling the Wizard of Rob. Calling the Wizard of Rob.
We're off to see the wizard. Anyway,
hoping the wizard shows
so we all have iPhones here, right?
We do.
Yep.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought so.
Yeah, I
So,
have the same phone,
did
yeah.
you know that Apple added a new little green warning dot?
I'm excited
They
about
ordered
that
a
one.
green one and an orange
Well,
one.
the orange one means the audio's working.
Right, and
the
the
green
green
one
one
makes.
is your-
So the picture you're seeing right there is the green dot. So that means
Yep.
your camera is active, right? What? Oh, this is funny.
Anthony, haven't we seen this on the Mac and MacBook for quite some time?
Yes. Yeah,
Green dot's always
it
been
comes
there.
up, green dot shows up. But this is nice because this is the
Yeah.
kind of surveillance that they're talking about where, people are saying, hey, I was talking about hedgehogs, with, and suddenly I'm seeing hedgehog ads in my Facebook feed.
Right.
Well, that's what this dot is going to show you on the iPhone.
And you
if something is listening or
And
something
you
is
can go
watching.
into your control panel, I do believe, and actually it will let you know what apps are.
What apps may do that? Yep. And I mean, I'm sorry, but thank you, Apple, again, for taking our privacy seriously.
Yep.
Okay, and letting us know, you know what, it's for real. Because how many years have they been denying it?
Yeah.
You know, why would Apple have that feature built in if it weren't actually happening?
Right.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. Because it really was happening the whole time. They just can't get away with denying it
I've been in
anymore.
Facebook several times,
Yep.
and the green light went on.
Yep.
And I'm like, why's my camera on? Right? And then, and it's kind of funny. I'll say, I'm like, why is my camera on? Then it goes off, and then the orange dock shows up.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
They're like, we see him lip syncing something. Hold on, let's turn the camera off and listen to what he's saying. Why is the camera off? All of a sudden it turns around. Quick, turn it off.
it's weird, and that's so. That's why I've always liked. It's why I've always liked Apple. I mean, there's things that everybody's like, well, this, Apple that, and Android's better, and blah blah blah. I said, yeah, but it's a closed system.
Yeah.
They know what's going on.
Which now they may be in trouble for in terms of antitrust, which it's like, I'm sorry, I want my closed system.
Yeah, leave it alone.
We have options. So if you didn't want to be in the Apple ecosystem, then you don't be in the Apple ecosystem.
Exactly. Go to Android.
Right,
Don't penalize Apple.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're doing stuff for a reason. Look what they found in their own, apps that are out there.
Exactly.
They had to raised some questions.
Yep.
One of their developers said, hey, we've noticed this happening. Maybe we should,
Fix
tell
it within
people about
minutes.
it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I forgot
All
to
right.
put it in the notes. I feel like a
no.
moron. Did you know?
No.
Okay, so all you video guys out there are going to love this, right? So before this, what I'm going to talk about from Adobe, you used to have to send or you had to type it yourself. So if you have a video, and because everybody's trying to be 80, whatever it is, they're requiring closed caption, right? Now before, if you're going to Facebook and if you go to YouTube, they do it automatically. Well, as long as you have that turned on. You had to make sure you go turn stuff on. But but for normal video, you didn't have it. Or if you had to go to television, you had to go pay for closed caption. Now, Premiere is actually doing it.
Ooh.
Yeah. Premiere is actually got a function now, and I'm not sure if Rob has it. I know it's not on the list. But I think Rob actually had the video for it. Do you, Rob?
No.
Oh. Okay, well, never mind. But anyway, so you put it in there, and the AI inside of Premiere now will go and scrub. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to be absolutely perfect,
No, nothing ever is.
right? But you do have editing.
And some of them are
capabilities.
great, though.
Oh, they are.
I mean, they are funny.
very funny.
I do love some of those.
Yeah. But anyway, to me, it's like that has just. To me, that has just opened up the world.
Oh, yeah.
And if you are trying to become American Disability Act, ADA, if you're trying to be compliant, that makes you compliant. Without it costing you. Let me tell you something. We pay big money.
Yeah.
I mean, to have closed captions done.
Yep.
It's stupid expensive.
Well, yeah, I mean,
And they're using AI anyway.
Right.
yeah.
So to me,
They're
I'm like,
using AI that they're selling back to.
yeah. So let's talk about that. I'm really. It's almost like this is a predictor who's going to win, right? So Facebook is prepared to limit post in case of a post-election strife.
Now, what they mean is more so than they're already limiting posts.
Yeah. To me, it's
And
like
closing accounts and shutting down accounts already, pre-election for things that people may want to actually discuss. I don't know. Even inside private groups, they're deleting posts, and they're going around. They are really playing thought police, and now they're saying, oh, well, we're going to have a responsibility to not cause violence, and so we're going to decide which side is violent. We're not going to allow them to post anything. And I mean, we've seen enough of that already. So I have zero faith in and how effective this is going to be, because honestly, it's going to drive people away from Facebook. And you've got things like Parler, which one of the owners calls it Parler. It drives me crazy when I speak French. It's Parler, but Parler.com. And that is a place where you're not going to find yourself censored unless you're actually threatening violence against someone,
Right.
And not just using words that might have the hint of violence around them, assuming you have the wrong letter after your name on your registration card. It's like
So here's something fun.
Yeah.
So okay, I'm a registered independent,
Yep.
and so got my license renewed, and the lady goes, "Do you want to change? Are you a registered voter?" I said, "Yes." She goes, "Do you want to change your affiliation?" I said, "No." She goes, "Are you sure?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yes, I'm sure." And
Yeah.
she goes, "Well, you can't vote in the primaries."
Can't put in the primary.
I said, "I know.
Yep.
I'm confident in the people that I back. They'll figure it out. We're good."
Yeah.
She goes, "Wow." And she's just, "Wow." I'm
Yeah.
like, "What do you mean, wow?" I said, "I'm not going to tie." First of all, if I tie my name to it, if I put a D or an R back there,
Yep.
the next thing you know, I'm a target. So I just
Yep.
stay independent, which makes me a bigger target.
Which makes you a bigger target. Yeah.
But they
now,
don't hate
now
me.
you're a hot commodity.
Huh, yeah, now everybody wants me, right? Like,
Yeah.
well, they want to sway you. No.
Well, so you actually found a way to become likable.
Well,
That's amazing. That's
I'm
good
not
for you,
so
John. I really applaud
sure
that.
that's gonna be-
There's a first for
I'm
everything.
not sure if I'm likable. I'm just saying. But it does make me wonder. Are the people behind the?
Well, now China and Iran have hacked the voter databases.
It's not hard.
I mean, so they've hacked those, so they've got all that information on the back end.
Oh, great.
And then you've got, there's just all kinds of stuff going on. I mean, it's like emails and stuff you can deal with. It's personal letters being sent out to people. That's been going on. But once you have
the threats.
yeah, the
Have you seen
threats
the threats?
based on
Oh, my.
yes, yeah, your house is going to burn down if your candidate doesn't concede.
Right.
That happened up in a town in New Hampshire.
Yeah.
And that's just scary
So
as
subtle.
crap.
Subtle. Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
subtle. And it's like, what are these people supposed to do? Get on the phone and go, hey, you better concede.
Right.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? It's like your voice it's just threats of pure violence for their political affiliation. And so when you've got the hacks, you've got the databases being exposed like this. Combine it with other stuff. Now you can decide that certain parties are more deserving of having their credit card stolen.
Well,
And having ID theft and all those other things. It all can be weaponized. It's extraordinary, just extraordinary where we're at.
here's
And here we are.
The only thing I'll say about this thing is, if you don't vote, you can't bitch.
That's right.
You can't complain. You can't go, well, nope. If you didn't vote.
No, there's a lot of people that I don't want to vote right now, and I don't mind listening to them complain for 4 years.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, speaking about being in the dark mode,
Yo, back to me. again.
Chrome OS may finally get a dark mode. I am so don't care.
Really?
It's
I don't even use dark mode on anything. For me, it's like hard on my eyes. I don't know why.
yeah. It's,
I'm used to black on white. That's how I've been reading. I mean,
and
Hello?
it's just like a little party gimmick that and then everybody just jumps on board. Okay, you know what? You have it. That's great. You don't have
Well,
to just follow every.
I don't have
follow
dark
it.
mode anyway because I have Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman on
Right.
my Google.
yeah. On your backdrop, and
I'm super-
and you can
I'm
do
in
the same
super
thing. You can
mode.
take any kind of background you want and put it in your browser. Have a nice day. You don't need like bells and whistles to change stuff over. But apparently, Chrome finally is caught up with about 4 or 5 year old technology. Good for them. Woo. Way to go, Google. Yeah. Well, in all fairness, they have been very, very busy. Okay, they've had their hands full suppressing search results. So they're very busy.
Sorry,
So-
I had. That just killed me.
Tickle me pink, really? Tickle me
Individual.
dark mode.
Yeah,
Tickle me
really.
dark mode.
All right. So I think Anthony, you put this in here.
Oh, yeah.
The Economist
Yeah.
failed to disclose lucrative Beijing tie.
Yeah, and the Beijing tie is Huawei, the
Huawei.
manufacturer. Okay.
Who is being banned from everywhere.
Yes, because, and The Economist was out there advocating for them. Generally, a reputable magazine
Yeah,
was
that's what I thought.
accepting hundreds of thousands of dollars in advertising and speaking fees and promotion fees
Wow.
and all this, and at the same time being their only advocate out there going, no, it's all overblown, it's totally fake news, don't. And then you dig back and you start to find something like, millions of dollars
Yeah.
in what's basically yellow journalism money.
Well-
To skew their stories,
Right.
to have friendly editor. I mean, it's $6.5 billion in Chinese money has also gone into colleges. American colleges have accepted $6.5 billion
I'll
from the
take it.
Chinese Communist Party.
I'll take $1 billion.
Okay, in order to put in special resource centers
rail against
and to
them.
frame their courses properly.
Yeah.
And and it's like, this is insane. I mean, it's economic invasion. And here's another sample of it, but this was especially related to tech and especially related to
Right.
Huawei and what they have done to create basically spyware.
Well, I mean, and
Human spyware.
Hawaii, people don't realize that where they're at and who they are.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if there's not a phone, maybe not an Apple phone, but there's probably not a cell phone on this planet or other than Apple that
Yeah.
doesn't have their hardware in it.
Yep.
Right.
I mean,
Yep.
they're one of the biggest.
Yep.
What is it? It's the video card that sits inside that actually they help produce.
The video chip.
Video chip, yeah. It's
Yeah.
like, good God Almighty, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
And there's not, they're in TVs.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, that's
Yep, all
for
across
smart TV.
America.
It's because of them.
Yeah, and and as such, they have they have unprecedented access to data, and they aren't afraid to pull it.
Right. You don't
And-
think your TV's been listening to you for the last 5 or 10 years?
Yeah, I mean your TV doesn't
You
get the little
are-
red or green dot on it.
You are blind.
But these are all things that are happening. Fortunately, I have a projection system, so no, it doesn't listen to me.
Does it listen to you, man?
No, it never does. No matter how many times I hit the damn button on the remote. It's like,
Cable-
stop, pause.
Cable boxes have been listening to you forever,
Yep. So this is a
which has got
this
Hawaii
is
products in it.
we really need to start paying attention to where the stuff is coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and how it's being used and manipulated, and who's being paid to say it's okay. There's no problem.
That's the hard part, is the people that are being paid to say it's safe,
Yeah.
it's okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean,
You can't even get legitimate product reviews anymore.
Yeah.
You try to do a product review.
Oh my God.
You could see like, this product is sponsored by this site, but this site sponsors this product. There's no real,
And how many of those
bias.
product reviews have an affiliate link to buy the product?
Exactly.
And that's all they're doing. They're
Right.
trying to get you to buy it. And they're using the key words. So, you're looking up something, something hoax, something fraud, something fake. And you get those exact words because people know that's what you're going to search for. And so you pull up, and here it is where you can buy it. It's really worth it. It's an awesome product. And no, it's actually spyware. Thank you. Okay, but I just paid you to spy on me. Which is what we have going on here. And I can't emphasize enough, this technology has such far-reaching implications into our daily lives. I mean, go back again to the voter thing. Okay, and everything that they can know, they can do, they can twist, they can erase you in so many ways and make your life miserable. And there's countless stories out there of people this has happened to. And I know I sound like some, backroom crazy, conspiracy theorist nut.
Where's your tinfoil hat?
I'm not wearing it today, man. They're welcome to this. Okay? I'm starting to color my hair tinfoil color so that they can't tell the difference. What, you think this isn't dyed? My hair's black. But the...
He once looked old and decrepit.
I want to. But having this stuff out there and available
Yeah.
And I mean, you've got to be careful what you're saying yes to, because I'm sorry. When Facebook started and Twitter started, who would have thought that they would ban the accounts of the Washington Post, the White House press secretary, the president, I mean, you go down the list, the assistant press secretary, the assistant, and it's like, and they've got all these accounts blocked and banned, okay, right now, 10 days before a damned election.
Yep.
And who would have thought that? You would have called us so freaking, you did call us crazy 5 years ago when we were saying this was going to happen. Okay, and now it's happening, and you're going, half of you are going, well, yeah, they deserve it. Okay, and the other half is going, why didn't I see this coming?
Right, that's the fun. That's the ones I.
That's the
Hey, see who's coming.
it's right
Really?
there.
Hello.
Okay, it is right there in front of your face, and it's even more of it here. And when it gets exposed, you know the best thing you can do? The only thing you can do is share it.
Right.
Unfortunately, if you share some of these stories, you're going to find yourself blocked.
Just
Yeah.
like the press secretary. Just like
Exactly, just for sharing stories that are out there in the mainstream media.
Yep.
Now, I did hear something today that was really important. Okay, and this I'm going to bring up. If you have a Facebook ads account, okay, and the Facebook ads are really important to your business, make sure you open a second Facebook ads account, because they're going through and they're not randomly. Okay, they're targeting and shutting them down so that you can't advertise stuff. So if you need this stuff for your business, sometimes their algorithm will pick it up. Algorithm. Algorithm is something Al Gore says. Like, and you got to say it like Frankenstein. But, yeah, that's an algorithm. But their algorithm will pick it up and shut down your ad account. So you've got to make sure you have a second ad account so you can keep running your ads for that stuff, even though they've shut down your primary. Okay, and so just make sure you've got a second ad account attached to your business.
Right.
Okay, so that you can run ads in case something goes wrong. Heck, I mean, you may have a problem with the credit card on one account. Okay, and they'll block you for not have another ad account ready to go.
Yep.
Okay, in the background, and roll with it.
With the
So
same
there,
credit card?
user tips.
Same credit card.
Yeah.
No.
With the
not
same
same.
No.
That's banned.
So speaking of blocking and knocking down and censoring and all that kind of fun stuff, do you know?
That you said would never happen.
Right. So all Americans that are, since we're all working home, our internet providers are starting to put data caps on.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've seen that in North Carolina, for instance, Suddenlink.
Yeah. What's going on?
They have, they
What
have
are your
data-
symptoms?
Data cap.
You can't use the internet anymore?
No. They just suddenly slam you with these huge bills. I mean, remember the old days?
The old days, yeah.
With the cell phone
yeah.
providers slamming you. Oh my, yeah. We're talking, for every gig you go over, you're paying like $5.99 or more.
Yeah.
$5.99
Per gig.
Per gig over.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you go over, you go over. That's
Right,
fine.
but the funny thing is they have.
Is your home internet metered like that?
Yes.
That'd be a
Yeah,
little
this
weird.
is the home internet I'm talking about.
Yeah, ours isn't. We don't have any.
Well, see,
I
the
need to go
thing
check
is,
see if we have a cap.
there's
Yeah.
nothing controlling it anymore, so they can do whatever they want.
What do you mean there's nothing controlling it anymore?
Well, did you know that, like, for instance, if you want to find out what ports are blocked, you can go into, like, say, for instance, Spectrum or anybody like that. Internet service providers, for your safety, they're going to block certain ports. Well, certain ports, say, for instance, are required for, voice over IP systems, especially if you have a
Right.
system that's
Streaming radio.
Yeah,
Right.
right. So systems that are in-house that you want to manage yourself, you can't even manage your own equipment because they literally block the ports needed, and it's not something you can go into the router and change. Your service providers block those ports. And the
Okay.
same thing like with Suddenlink up north, for instance. They give you an internet service for this amount, and you get 50 gigs a month.
Okay.
So now you go out and buy a Ring camera or something.
Yeah.
And you're trying to keep control of your property.
You're
and stuff.
burning data.
You're burning up your data.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and
Oh, yeah.
it's uploading. Oh, but you know what? You can get away from that data cap by going ahead and upgrading your services to the unlimited, and then you have to go to the higher speed and stuff. And now we're getting $150 a month.
Yeah.
Just for internet
Yep.
for the same service they're providing anyways.
No. I had a Spectrum guy stop by the house I'm like, did you not notice the gate's locked? You know I can shoot you legally now, right? And they just don't pay attention. You cannot open somebody's gate and walk in. Yeah, you Florida, legal. Somebody goes through an open gate, you have the right to shoot them. Isn't it great to live in a place like that? That was sarcasm.
That was sarcasm.
But you know, he's like, so what do you do? Da da da. I said, well, you know, right now on Wi-Fi on 5G, I've got 200 up and down. And he goes, well, do you need the 200 up? Because most people, I'm like, no, I need the 200 up, okay? Because my wife and I both may be Zooming at the same time, okay? Or, you know, whatever it is that's going on. And so, no, we can't, you know, not have really excellent upload. And he just had to turn around and go, sorry. Ours are all consumer products, and nobody uploads. So it's like, then your consumer products were designed before COVID, okay? Because I'm sorry, but you have to have a decent upload speed if you're going to Zoom. Otherwise, you get the stop and sketchy and nasty and stupid stuff.
Same situation at our store. You know,
Yeah.
we got the business class Spectrum.
Yeah.
We had it from Bray House. We had bumped our internet down to 100/10. Okay.
Yeah.
Now Spectrum doesn't offer 100/10. Their base plan is 200/20
Right.
or 200/10. So, okay. So why am I still on the 100? Why haven't I just been bumped up? Because you don't even offer this plan. Yet I am paying cheaper. I will say that.
Yeah.
But if I want to go to the minimum plan that they offer right now, they want over $100 something a month.
Yeah.
But I'm only paying $64.19.
Yeah. No,
But they don't even offer
yeah.
that plan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're going to the enterprise side. We're going to go, and people, when I say this, people are like, well, you just slowed down your internet. I'm like, no, I didn't slow it down. We're going to fiber 2020.
Right.
So it's 20/20. But me having 20 down is like you having 200 down.
Yeah.
I have nobody in my way,
Exactly.
which will fly. And then the 20 up, which we're paying right now, 20 up will be like I'm having right now. I have, what is it? I have the gig down. So gig down and 40 up.
Yeah.
But I'm 40 up commercial or copper. Having 20 up is like having 40 up. Actually, having 50 up.
Yeah.
So I'm like, really? And they're like, you're gonna love us. I'm like, okay. Because me, I don't care about the down work. Down literally
No,
means
you're streaming
nothing
here,
to
okay?
me.
You're sending stuff out.
But my up has got to be a monster.
Yeah.
Because FiOS is not in the area. WOW's not in the area. Now WOW has a gig up, gig down plan that is monstrous. I know that sounds weird, but I used it, and I used it down in St. Pete, and it blew my mind how good it was.
Right.
I was like, "Woof, holy crap!" And like
Yeah.
we're two
Did you
blocks
say,
away.
wow?
Wow.
There you go.
There you go.
That explains the name.
So then we're going to jump into it. So this right here is
I'm not going to comment on this one.
okay. The pandemic is pushing AI into our lives faster than ever before. Executive Microsoft and Google explain while they're trying to make sure that technology is trustworthy.
So, Mr. Fox, how's the hen house doing today?
Yeah. Oh, they're good.
Yeah, they're all good. I did a
They're
head count.
really good.
Did a head count this morning. Yep.
Yeah,
all the
this-
heads are there.
I had, yeah, all the heads are there. Nothing else but that.
I don't eat the heads.
Exactly. To me, this is an overreach
Yeah.
in a major way. A major way.
Yep.
You know, it's and they used the pandemic
Yeah,
to force it in.
of course.
Just like we don't need to be
you-
wearing masks.
Who was it said, never let a good crisis go to waste?
That's it.
Rahm Emanuel.
Yep. So there you have it. If you don't like AI, well, because you're on Zoom, you're on Facebook and FaceTime and all that kind of stuff, you're literally helping them build the back end.
Yep.
Every time you post something,
Yep.
it's we literally have two letters that Rob put together because our stuff gets hit for content all the time. But if you go look, and he did the research, the Fair Use Act
Yeah.
allows us to play these videos. If they're on YouTube,
Right.
then that's fair act. because we don't. And on top of that, we don't monetize.
Yeah. As long as you aren't monetizing, anything is fair game.
Yeah. So, and we are constantly. We had one client that left us which COVID kicked their ass. That we had every day we had to send the same exact letter.
Yeah.
Every day. Oh, okay, never mind. It got released. It's because the AI. There's no more human. There might be some, but for the most part, I'd say 98% is AI.
Yep.
So you're being watched, folks. Big Brother's watching.
It's and so that it can be trustworthy. Google and Microsoft. I mean, when I think trustworthy, those are the first two names that never come to mind.
Yeah.
Oh wait, did I put the word "never" in there?
Yep. So I've got
I'm not gonna
something.
comment.
I've got something funny.
Oh, thank God.
We only got about a minute. Physicists have 3D have printed a 3D boat that can sail down a human hair.
All right.
This is clearly not the actual scale model,
it is
unless you've got. They've also 3D printed the fingers.
Yeah.
They have an electron microscope image of this boat, which actually is propelled. It's got a platinum plate on the back that repels the hydrogen peroxide in the bloodstream, so it'll actually propel itself through the blood. The issue I have with it is this is like a flea circus, okay, where you've got all the stuff actually electronic, it's wind up, and so it looks like they're doing a swing and they're doing a wheel and all that stuff, and there's no fleas on there. Okay, they're so small you can't see them. How do we know that's there? Okay, I'm sorry. How do we know they've actually 3D printed this thing? Oh, look.
But wouldn't
I
it be
just
more?
3D printed, a statue of Napoleon Bonaparte. It's right there. Zoom in, Rob. Right there. Say, oh, I'm sorry, you can't zoom enough. You'll just have to take my word for it.
Wouldn't it be more of a submarine than a boat?
At that point?
That's my point. I'm like,
Yeah, because if you have air in your bloodstream, you're dead anyway.
yeah, I'm not sure I want that boat propelling down. But it's kind of cool that they're actually getting that
it
smaller.
actually is that boat in,
Surprised
that
they didn't
is-
use steamboat making.
Right, have a little Mickey back
Steamboat Willie. Yes. Yeah, that's right.
All right, everybody. We only got
we're
about
outta
15
here.
seconds left. Hey, make sure you go to Bonfire and click on the QR code, and you can support WeBeam TV. And yes, I have not put the Tech Shamans mug up, and I will. I've got to get it black and white. That's what I'm waiting on. Everybody, we'll see everybody next week. Got anything you want for Tech Shamans at WeBeamTV.com? I didn't get that out quite well enough, but we'll see.
Bye,
everybody
everybody.
next week.
You know what he meant.
We got the plans 'cause we are the Tech Shamans. We understand 'cause we are the Tech Shamans. Dude, I got this cool thing to show you. Really, man? Yeah, it's far out and technical and stuff. Awesome. Yeah. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Cool.